I tried the best street food in America. The United States is not known for its street food. Some of the best food in the world can be found in hawker stalls and street vendors, but that's mostly in Asia. America has fast food, which is technically a type of street food, but it's not really the same thing. But recently, more and more cities across the United States have been trying to emulate what they see in other countries, and some of them are actually doing it really well. That got me thinking, how good is the street food in the United States now? So I went around the country and tried some of the most famous street foods to find out. This is what I found. Los Angeles probably has one of the best street food scenes in the country right now. Most people come here for the tacos. It's a city with deep Mexican roots, and there are so many incredible taco stands all over the place. One of the most popular ones is at a taco truck called Leo's Tacos Truck. They're known for their beer and cheese tacos, which you can get for $3.75 each. These things are huge. They have a soft flour tortilla filled with crispy bacon cooked in its own fat. They pile on shredded cheese and chopped onion before serving it up with cilantro, lemon, and beans. It's pretty delicious, and while it isn't life-changing, it definitely hits the spot when you're drunk. Another taco truck that's really popular in LA is this one called Tacos Tumbras. Their claim to fame is making birria tacos for $2.20 each. Birria is a Brody goat meat that's slow cooked until it's super tender, and then it's dipped in its own sauce and served up inside a crispy corn tortilla. It's amazing. The taste of these tacos reminded me of the ones my grandma used to make back when I was a kid. It was just so comforting and familiar, and both of these taco trucks were really, really good. But there's no way that anyone can eat only tacos every day. So I also tried some other things. In Koreatown, they have these Korean fried chicken sandwiches for $12. These are massive. It's like an entire fried chicken cutlet sandwiched between two slices of cheese bread. They cover it in more fried chicken and serve it with a side of spicy mayo and pickles. It's piping hot and insanely juicy. I think this would have been even better if it wasn't so heavy. But overall, it's still really tasty. And another thing I tried was this shrimp plate from this Filipino seafood stall. For $18, you get 3 large cooked shrimp and a bunch of crunchy garlic fried rice mixed with diced tomatoes, onions, and cilantro. The shrimp are perfectly grilled and glazed with a sweet garlic sauce. They're so plump and succulent, almost like a lobster. And the rice was also really flavorful. It had big shrimpy chunks and tons of fresh herbs. Both of these plates were pretty pricey, but they were both also pretty amazing. New York City is another place that's been embracing the street food trend. Walking around Soho, I found this arepa lady. She makes these Venezuelan arepas for $8. They have a thick cornmeal dough that's grilled on a flat top until it's slightly crispy. They fill it with melted cheese and any number of toppings, including shredded beef, chorizo, or beans. Now apas are something that I grew up eating, so I've had a lot of them, and I will say that this one did not disappoint. It was soft and fluffy inside. It was nicely toasted and crispy outside, and it didn't feel greasy at all. It was really, really good. Next, I wanted to try some dumpling, so I stopped by this cart called Dumpling Galaxy. These guys sell soup dumplings for $14. Now, soup dumplings are notoriously hard to make, and judging by the line, I figured they must be pretty good. Inside each dumpling, they have a rich pork broth with chunks of tender pork belly. The skin was thin, delicate, and chewy, just like it should be. And the inside of the dumpling was juicy and well seasoned. These guys know what they're doing. I also grabbed a couple of these fried crab rangoons for $8. The outside of the rangoon is crispy and golden hued, and inside they have a thick and creamy crab mixture. It's really, really good. Overall, New York City is another place where you can find great tacos. I stopped by this taco cart called El Antojito, and they have some tasty tacos for $3. They're known for having really fluffy batter fried fish tacos. The fish is battered and deep fried. It's served with shredded cabbage, chopped onions, cilantro, and salsa. The fish was nice and flaky, but it was a little dry. It probably would have been better if it was grilled instead. But overall, they were still pretty tasty. They also have carnitas tacos, which are really good. Carnitas are chunks of crispy pork shoulder that simmered in its own juices, and these tacos were amazing. The pork was so tender, juicy, and delicious, it literally fell apart, and they were also very generous with the portions. These were some of the best carnitas I've ever had. One thing I've always wanted to try are these Chicago deep dish fries. You can get a large order for $14. They take the classic Chicago hot dog ingredients and stuff them inside of French fries. And it's all topped with even more fries, shredded cheese, diced tomatoes, relish, sports peppers, a pickle spear, mustard, and all that. It is absolutely massive, and you need to eat it with a fork and knife. The flavors are good, but it's pretty heavy. It's hard to eat, and honestly, it felt a bit greasy towards the end. But that's pretty typical for deep dish fries. I'm glad I got to try it, but I don't think I'll be getting it again anytime soon. While I was in Chicago, I also tried something called Italian beef. For $10, you get a giant Italian beef sandwich covered in loads of fresh mozzarella. Now, Italian beef is a regional specialty. It's a savory, brothy beef that's slowly cooked and then piled onto a crusty Italian bread. It's all dipped in the beef juices and it's covered in hot pepper mix called giardiniera. It's a pretty messy sandwich, but it's really tasty. The beef was super tender and juicy, and it had a nice salty bite to it. And the giardiniera was tangy, peppery, and crunchy. It added a nice contrasting flavor to the beef. Overall, it was really, really good. Of course, I had to go to New Orleans and try the famous po' boy. For $14, you get a long French bread loaf filled with crispy fried catfish, and it comes with lettuce, tomato, pickles, remoulade, and a sprinkle of black pepper. It's a pretty simple sandwich, but it was really, really tasty. The catfish was juicy and well seasoned, the bread was soft and soaked up all the excess oil, and everything was just so fresh and crunchy. It was a really, really good sandwich, and that's why it's been around for so long. Now, one thing that I think the United States does really, really well are burgers. The smash burger trend has been going on for about 5 years now, and I think it's safe to say that it's here to stay. So I tried this smash burger for $10. It's a really classic burger made with ground chuck. They smash it onto a griddle until it forms a crispy crust. Then they put it in a soft brioche bun with lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, and a smear of special sauce. The flavors are really good and it's decently sized. But truthfully, it was a little dry. But honestly, that's pretty typical for a burger in the United States. But overall, it was pretty tasty. Another thing that we do really well here are donuts. I got this donut for $5. It's a classic cake donut covered in loads of colorful sprinkles. The inside of the donut is super fluffy and light. And while it doesn't have any distinct flavors, it was really, really soft. And it wasn't super heavy or anything. It was perfect for what it is. But honestly, I think that donut could use a little more sugar and a little less oil. That's what I found. The United States has some really good street food, but we still have a long way to go before we catch up to other countries. If you want to see more food videos, check out the series in the description below. Thanks for watching.